Just a second here, guys.
Little technical difficulty.
Yes, man. What is going on? Let's take this down. Hope everybody is doing well. Welcome. It's Sunday. Welcome to the Money Flow Sunday service. I'm your host, Gerald Peters, preacher of plenty, an ambassador of opportunity, a messenger of hope. That's what the Money Flow is. See, the Money Flow is a message of hope. It's a message that there's a rhyme and there is a reason and there is an order to the markets, even though sometimes it seems like it's out of order, that it's chaos. It's not chaos. And we're going to, by putting together strategies and systems, we put ourselves in a situation to make sense or to make order out of that chaos. And that's what the money flow trading system is all about. Let's pull up the Peters report. And on Sundays, I used to, I kind of put them on hold, I guess you might say. On Sundays, I would come in, and the total purpose wasn't to teach the money flow strategy. I mean, we got a book for that. We got a course for that. We've got a Discord group. We got everything you'd want to indulge and learn a strategy. And the strategy itself, in and of itself, is pretty simple. The money flow is just about the movement of price up and down. It's not about trying to understand why it is. It just is. And all we can do is work with what we have, with where we are, man, with what you can do. That's it. And I believe the stock market goes up as much as 71% of the time. What you're looking at here, my friends, is a daily chart of Bitcoin. The reason I did Bitcoin is Bitcoin trades 24 hours a day. I wanted to show you something. Right, you see right here, this is stock charts. Stock charts and charts themselves give you a window into the soul of that stock in the market. Meaning there's so much wrapped up in this little red mark right here. We see the high of the day. We see the damn low of the day, meaning the very bottom of the red. That's the low. And if you look corresponding right, you'll see a price, 59.8, whatever. And if you run to the top, you're going to see a price, 60,000, whatever. And what does that do? That gives you what's called a range from high to low. That's what we call a range. Now, each and every day, thanks to the blessings of those who help make us, the universe, whatever you want to call it, God, every day he gifts us with another bar, or what you might call a candle. And inside of this candle, he gives us a lot of information we got to try to dissect, not let human fear or emotion overrun you in the strategy. And that's the whole point of putting together a system in the strategy. It's because the truth is, most people do it wrong. You can't approach the stock market with common fucking sense. 339, scratch that, sir. You cannot approach the market with common sense. Listen to me. If you could, all the smart people would be rich, and they're not. There's a lot of smart, broke people in this world. College cranks them out, man. So that education isn't your problem. Our problem, and what was my problem, someday still my problem, is philosophy. This all comes down to philosophy, man. And that's what the money flow is about. And that's what Sunday service was about, was me trying to share my philosophy of how all this works. Concepts and ideas like on the 9 thoughts on getting rich. That's just my way, little GP's way of trying to spread the gospel. Let me take this down. This right here, this is the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Now, where's the daily? Here's the daily chart of the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Don't worry about the indicators and all those things on there. You don't need to know all that, man. You don't even really need them. All an indicator is, these right up here, this is a relative strength index. I like to put mine on top. All right, there's a 7 and there's a 14. I pretty much only use the 7 for day trading. Now, why? If you can swing trade, you can day trade. It's exactly the same. Just a couple little nuances. It's the money flow. It's the movement of price. It's the open, the high, the low, and the close. And each day or 5-minute period or daily or 4-hour, whatever time frame you set it on, that's called time continuity. By the way, I like to use triple, what my mentor used to call a triple screen, 3 time frames. Don't get hung up on it. It's to guide you, not to confuse you. Some people can let it over confuse you. You can overanalyze. Back to the idea, nobody cares how smart you are, how pretty you are. Big boobs don't help you here. Big muscles, nobody gives a shit how much you bench press. That don't help you in Money Flow Church. That doesn't help you. It's a systematic approach to approaching the stock market exactly the same every time. And understanding that through that repetition is the mother of skill. And that's how I'm going to develop skills, through time. Time is one of the 3 components to the millionaire code. Time times amount times yield. And without an understanding of the concept of time, you'll never be a good trader. And you damn sure won't be a good investor. And that time is fractal, baby. Time is fractal. A fractal is a never-ending pattern. Oh, by the way, Bitcoin is fractal. A fractal is a never-ending pattern. Fractals are infinitely complex patterns that are self-similar across different scales. Oh, by the way, this is a daily scale. This is a monthly scale, right? Take it over here. Each one of these, that little red one you see right there, that's a 1 month. That's the high of the month. The bottom is the low of the month. The tick to the left is where it opened on the first day of the month. and the tick to the right, well, man, that's where it closed on the first day of the month. This is about the most complicated thing you're going to need to know to be successful as a trader. So if you know left from right, high and low, man, you got half the game right there. That is half the game right there. Meaning it's not a game of intelligence. You don't need a lot of intelligence. Let's turn this off. I forgot I had the banner going here. Oh, sorry about that. I'm on this alone right now. Hey, don't forget, you can join me and Jazz, one of the researchers here at the MFG that helped me. You can join me Monday and Friday at 8 o'clock. We're trying to go live. We've had some, it's going to take us a minute getting our routine between the two of us being in different time zones. Equipment, hurricanes. They're trying to get me with hurricanes. The devil is trying to stop us. You don't want me to put on Money Flow Church, man. They don't want me to put it on, man. I appreciate you. They don't want me to put it on, man. So what the purpose when I originally started the Money Flow Church concept, the whole church thing, you know, I grew up Baptist, man. I grew up Baptist. And then sometimes my mom was a Pentecostal. Just depends on her mood, man. She'd be dancing and singing in tongues and praising Jesus. And so I grew up with around that kind of stuff. And one thing I'll tell you about religious people, they are devoted, right? That's kind of what it means, part of the term. Well, I thought, man, imagine if I could do I should do my trading like that. What if I was committed to Al-Qaeda? What if I was committed as the Taliban? Imagine if you were as committed to your building your wealth and taking care of your family as Al-Qaeda. Imagine that. Damn, imagine that. They've been known to give up a TV show. They've been known to go to the desert and train and prepare just to take their own lives. Imagine if we did that for our own prosperity. Imagine if we had that kind of commitment. What that is all about is a philosophy, man. It all starts with philosophy. If you don't have the underlying philosophy, you won't complete the mission. They know that 100%. Hold on here. So back to what I was saying. At the core of the money flow, and if you ever forget it, just go to page 11 in the petersreport.com. And hey, if you're not on the email, click that damn QR code, man. Nobody's complimented me on that. I got a little QR code in the video. Ain't many of those out there, man. I thought that was pretty damn clever on my part. Most people ain't even got a damn video, much less QR codes, text message lists, email lists. Come on, man. Can I get an amen? Can somebody say, hey, gee, you're pretty good at marketing too, bro. And good looking and trade stocks. Come on, man. The complete man. The stock market goes up as much as 71% of the time. The problem is not a straight line, my friends. The price can only do one of three things, baby. It can move up, down, or sideways. This concept may seem silly. It may seem like, yeah, duh. Well, that's because you've been around charts very long. And whoever introduced you to charts, you should forever be in their fucking 348. Cut that. You should forever, you should forever be in their graces. Thank you. And I am to the man that taught me. When I learned charts, I didn't know anything about a chart. And man, if you can't think of anything to be grateful for, I struggle with the concept of gratitude because I've had a lot of horrible things happen. And in the midst of that, in the midst of being sad, in the midst of troubles, it's sometimes hard to be grateful. It seems easy to be grateful when you read it on paper and everything's going good. You're like, yeah, that's a good strategy. I think when bad things happen to me, I'm going to do that. And then the bad things happen to you. And it don't feel as easy. Well, trading's a little bit like that, my friends. When you're trading, you'll go, yeah, man, you know what I would do? I would get in here and then I'd place my stop and then I'd ride that up. Yeah, man, I'd probably take it to over here. Well, when you go to do it in real life, it ain't that easy. Like the immortal words of Mike Tyson, everybody's got a plan until you punch them right in the face. And then they don't remember their plan. That's what happens to us in the stock market. The good thing is, like in any good religion, you can ask forgiveness. You can just say openly, hey, money flow. I'm going to do this shit right on Monday. I might have messed up trading last week. It's over. That's all behind me. I'm not even going to think about it. Right here, friends, I want to bring your attention to this. What that is right there. Let's take this down. Sometimes you got to forgive yourself for the mistakes. You got to tell yourself that's okay. And move on past them. Don't keep bringing them up. Nobody else actually cares either. Like, I don't want to hear them. Nobody really wants to hear about them. They're only important to you. So what if we just put them behind us and we begin this systematic approach, believing that, hey, maybe if we applied ourselves for a period of time, just like it says in the Science of Getting Rich, that it's an exact science, that there are certain laws that govern the process of acquiring riches. And once these laws are obeyed by any man or woman, they will get rich with mathematical certainty. This is the Dow Jones Industrial Average 100-year chart. You and your family have been on this chart every day since your little butt was born. Since your mama and daddy, you ever wonder where they were when they happened? Was it respectful? Was it in a car? In the back of an alley, maybe. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just saying, I think about things like this. This is 2003, 2001. I'm sure your parents were very respectful. 2000, all the way down. Here's 1982. Little G, I'm 12 years old. Some of you got 12-year-olds right now. Oh, baby. It's the devil, man. It's the devil. Profits over problems. That's the theme of the day. Profits over problems. The ownership of money and property comes as a result of doing things in a certain way. Those who do things in this certain way, whether on purpose or accidentally, get rich. While those who do not do things in this certain way, no matter how hard they work or how able they are, even if they're a pretty little girl, will remain poor. It is a natural law that like causes always produce like effects, and therefore any man or woman who learns to do things in a certain way will infallibly get rich. This book here, Science of Getting Rich, I think is a great accompaniment to the philosophy of the money flow. Let me bring this back up. I know come on, baby, work with me. Come on, baby. Man, they shut me down too. I was going good, man. I don't know where I left off. And then I looked over and saw that I was gone. Man, I really liked it too. And through all this, kind of got me mad. So I lost my train of thought. What was I talking about? Come on, baby. Hey, if you don't have my free ebook, you don't have to die broke. Just click any of my links there. Go to geraldpeters.info and get signed copies of the money flow. Get on the swing trade of the week. This is our new product we're putting out. And we're trying to take the book and the newsletter and make it a little more involved, a little more interactive. Now, before I was rudely interrupted by the devil himself, I was beefing and riffing on the stock market going up 71% of the time. And I was looking at this chart, and this is 100 years, man. It's 100 years. And so if we know this to be true, all I got to do is realize the difference between risk and volatility. Risk is you lose your damn money. Volatility is opportunity. So a dollar of value falling to 50 cents is not a loss. If it turns around and goes to $1.25, and then it drops to 90, and then it runs up to 180, and then it falls back down to maybe 70 and runs up to 210. That, my friends, is called Bitcoin. The problem in that scenario is time. Time times amount times yield. How long? What is your time frame? And the money flow itself, this pattern, what I discovered is I began to study the stock market. First, I wanted to trade, and I did commodities and Forex and fucking all that stuff. Hogs and soybeans, all that stuff. And they've been trading that shit since the jump, man. But the stock market's been here the longest. They've been trading bonds for over 400 years. Okay? None of this is new. Bitcoin's a baby. It's one of the newest assets in the world. It's now being accepted by the world. You got to see the birth of an asset like gold or silver when they made them an ETF in the 80s. Or was it 90s? And in the 90s, they brought the S&P 500. We take it for granted. You guys take it for granted. Oh, I'm going to buy the S&P. Well, you're fucking welcome. If someone put it together for you. Otherwise, you'd have to go in and buy all 500 stocks. So someone came along and made it convenient. And they've made it so damn convenient now that literally you could be a complete nerd, whatever, and click a button and you're in the S&P 500. And still, with a 100-year chart where you can show them, it goes up almost all the time. They will still talk their way out of it. They won't invest. What if I lose my money? They say as they spend the money. It's the craziest thing. Rarely do I see many people say, hey, what if I lose my money? And they just have shit tons of money. They're just saving it. I rarely meet that guy. It's broke people afraid to lose their money. It's like, bro, you ain't got no money. So once we get past that, you also need to get past the idea that you can't. 10% is not enough, guys. That's why you want to be a trader, right? A trader, we're trying to make money with our knowledge. as a trader, we can take this concept that prices go up. Now we have an edge. We can play to the upside. What if we could identify the downside? What if we could track it? And we're watching price. And that's what this is, in a belief that price goes up almost all the time. So now I don't see the down as risk, but I see it as volatility. It's opportunity. And if it doesn't go down, I can't make money on the way up. And so the stage 2 is the stage 4. It's a bipolar nature of the universe. Love and hate, high tide, low tide. And almost everything, there's an opposite and equal. I don't want to get too far down the rabbit hole. This here is a daily chart of Bitcoin. Now, when we plot the money flow, which is this fractal pattern that I saw in my head. Now, the guy taught me how to do charts. I had to agree to go to his house every Saturday for 12 Saturdays in a row. Now, most of you wouldn't do that because your wife would say no, or your husband would say no. You'd be like, okay. And no, it did not make me a popular man. But it did give me a lifelong skill. So to overcome their temporary clinginess, I learned a skill that has allowed me to feed my family, buy houses, and build wealth. And sometimes you have to do that. Hopefully, you're with people who understand that. Now, as we're armed with the faith of the money flow that we believe that over time prices go up. Cool. That's my edge. I know it's always going to go up. Now I got to narrow down. This is where my brain can come in to help me. If I want to play individual stocks, you can just do indexes. But if you wanted to play individual stocks, right? Now you can, that's where you use your brain. That's where you can use your intuition. It's where you use your life experience. Because as you go about your life, you're going to see products and companies, and you're going to see it. And you can use your eyes and the brain God gave you. And you can lay it over the concept of the money flow. Now, part of the money flow is trying to live debt-free. Here we go. Come on. We're trying to live debt-free. Why? So that we can put our money into this game here. Because we know that over time, we're going to win. But here's the thing. As traders, we can break this time down. Use this same concept, the same fractal nature of price moving. Right? And with a simplicity and with a systematic way of saying, okay, I think this is the bottom, and I think it every time when I do this. Every time when I do this, I think this is the bottom. Hey, if you hadn't had a chance yet, hit that QR code, man. Go over here to the peer support and get on the Substack list. If you want to support the podcast and the newsletter, jump on this swing trade of the week. We would really appreciate it. It's been going well. Been getting people in every day, getting good feedback, good comments. So I'm happy about that. Just click that QR code and you can get in it and you can see probably too many pictures of me, but a lot of great articles where I'm trying to take the Peters report. This is what you see here and bring it to life for you. Over here at Trader's Corner, I've got an example from our Starbucks video we did right before Starbucks exploded. Actually, this is a video of a day trade from last week. 2 trades, you can go watch that. That's in real time. Thought I did. There's a lot in the newsletter. Somebody told me, I think you guys get past page 12. I hope that's not true. I thought I had more than one of them. Maybe I don't. Huh. We need to get on that, man. So the whole faith, the whole foundation rests upon this Dow Jones Industrial. This is 10 years right here, guys. It's been doing this since it started. Now, stocks come in there and stocks go. And that's one way we can get an edge too, using our life, our personal experience, and our knowledge. Or you just follow the top 50 fucking stocks and you apply consistency in how you approach it. Or as you do homework, this is what I'm going to try to get you to do. And I got this all off. I thought I had another video on there. Like, this is my homework for today. What am I trying to do? I'm trying to label the win because I want to lay this fractal pattern down, this belief that these things are going up, man. So I want to look at the worst ones so that I can catch the fours, grab the ones, and ride it up. These here, we already did that. We already got in gold. We already got in bonds. We already did the dividends. If you go look. And as they move up the win chart, man, come on, man. I don't want to get going on advanced class. That's what that is there. If you're not taking advantage of that, you're always going to be an inferior trader. Especially to me, you never trade as good as I will. If you're giving up 52 fucking Sundays, you're giving them up when you could be doing your homework, studying, preparing. What happens 12 months out? That's called time. Time comes amount, times yield. You're going to be a badass trader, and you're going to be in tune with the market. Peters report, trying to stay one step ahead of the market. That's the game we play, man. This is Bitcoin on a 1 minute. So look over here. I was tracking it while I was working today. Stage one. This is a 1 minute chart. It's going through the four. It's going through the four stages, the fractal pattern of the money flow trading system. And through that, I can find stop areas, targets, and zones. All I got to do is show up and play. So I got to, as a trader, I got to have the belief. I got to I got to get my platforms down. I got to get some money in the system. I got to get my chart, my windows set up. Some of you only have one monitor. Come on, man. You got to get some monitors. You got to professionalize it. You got to get a notebook. You got to act like you care and watch what happens day after fucking day. You're going to end up wealthy. You're going to end up financially independent. You're going to end up free. A multimillionaire. Just because you so decided. The universe wants to bless your plans, man. Getting rich is simple. It's just not easy. The market's there for you. You got everything you need inside of you to do more, to have more, and to be more. I don't know how my internet's going to go, so I'm going to cut out while I'm ahead, and hopefully the first part was good enough that they'll hang around for the second. I might can edit it out of there, but I usually don't like to do that. Listen, support the cause. Get on the newsletter at the very least. Join us with Trade of the Week. We put out some good videos. I actually bring usually 3 trades. They've been doing really well, so I'm very happy about that. In there, I break down and show you entries, exits, targets in a little bit slower fashion. All right. Study your history, man. Study your history. Your mama and daddy aren't rich because they didn't believe this. Maybe they're too busy. Maybe had so much going on at work they couldn't do it. I don't know. I don't know what the reason is. A lot of people have a lot of excuses, but everyone on here should be an elite trader unless you just don't want to be. Everyone on here is in the money flow. You have time to trade. It's called end of day trading. You only look at the chart one fucking time. You put in the order, and then it trades out, and you could have 10 or 15 of those going, and then manage them, and you can make your family rich. Or just don't do it and don't. And we have options, options. And the universe has given us what we need. We have these phones and pads and easy access. We don't have to put anything. It's never been easier in the history of humanity ever to be a trader, ever. And our forefathers made all these sacrifices and created all these things. And some people can't do it because they're just fucking doing something else, man. And I hope that's not you. That better not be you guys. You guys are here to get rich, man. Here to get rich, health, wealth, and mindset, right? Hey, anything I can do for you, man, let me know. I appreciate you guys. Sorry about the Wi-Fi. I've had a hurricane and mine shit just keeps going up and down, man. Well, we do our best. I just hotspotted off my phone.